From my living room window, I watched the chaos unfold like a slow-motion train wreck. A tow truck's yellow lights flashed in the late afternoon sun, its engine growling as it backed toward my Porsche. Standing there, clipboard in hand, was Linda Harper, the neighborhood's self-crowned dictator. Everyone called her Karen when she wasn't listening, which was most of the time. She waved her arms, barking orders at the tow truck driver, who looked like he'd rather be anywhere else. Pain shot through my leg as I grabbed my cane and phone, hobbling outside as fast as I could. Then I saw Ida police cruiser rolling up, lights blazing. Linda's smug grin melted into shock. I couldn't help but smirk. She'd finally crossed a line she couldn't uncross. 3 months ago, I'd moved to Willow Creek, chasing quiet after 15 years in the Army. 2 tours in Afghanistan left me with a titanium rod in my right leg and pain that forced me out of VYC sooner than I'd planned. This neighborhood seemed like a dream: lawns, tidy houses, and close enough to the VA hospital for my checkups. With my pension and some SAVYNGS, I splurged on a cobalt blue Porsche 911. It wasn't brand new, but that car was my slice of freedom after years of salutes and orders. I checked the HOA rules before buying my place. My Porsche, parked in my driveway, broke exactly 0 of them. But one weekend, a note appeared on my windshield. Saw vehicles must be garaged overnight. La cento fine. So I double-checked the HOA handbook. The rule applied to RVs and work trucks, not my car. I fired off a polite email to the board, clearing up the mix-up. The next day, Linda Harper showed up at my door, her blonde hair chopped into a sharp bob, sunglasses perched on her head despite the gray sky. "You're the new guy," she said, her smile as fake as a $3 bill. "I'm the Willow Creek HOA president. That sports car of yours is a blight on our family-friendly community. Property values, you know." I kept my cool, explaining my Porsche was legal and on my property. Her smile vanished. "We'll see about that," she snapped, storming off. For 2 months, Linda waged war. Citations piled up. Saw excessive noise. Saw my engine was stock. Saw improper paint colors. Saw no such rule existed. Even saw unauthorized vehicle modifications. Saw because of my disabled plates. Each time, I sent calm, factual replies to the entire HOA board. Neighbors started whispering warnings. "She ran the Martinez family out last year," Mrs. Lee across the street told me. Before that, it was a couple with newborn twins. She said their strollers were clutter. Things got uglier when Linda spotted the wheelchair ramp I'd installed after a bad pain flare-up. Saw unapproved exterior modifications. Saw her next notice screamed, demanding I tear it down or pay due law $500. I filed for a Fair Housing Act accommodation, sending certified copies to every board member. The board shut her down, and her glares as she drove past my house turned venomous. I didn't want to fight. All I wanted was to heal and live quietly. Last Thursday, I'd had a minor procedure at the VA, hospital, nothing major, but it left me sore with orders to stay off my feet for 2 days. I was sprawled on my couch when a diesel engine's rumble jolted me upright. Through the window, I saw the tow truck inching toward my Porsche, Linda standing there with paperwork like she'd already won. Grimacing, I grabbed my cane and phone, limping down the driveway. The driver, a nervous kid in his 20s, had hooked my car's frame. "Stop," I shouted. "That's my car. You can't tow it." He glanced between me and Linda, unsure. "Sir, I've got paperwork saying this vehicle's in violation," he mumbled. Linda stepped forward, face red. "This car's been a problem for months," she said, while VYing me off. The board approved its removal. A voice cut through. "I'm on the board, and we approved no such thing." It was my neighbor Tom, drawn outside by the noise. Linda whirled on him, eyes blazing. "This is none of your business, Tom." I pulled out my phone, hitting record. "Show me the towing notice," I told the driver calmly. "And your license." He handed me the papers, HOA letterhead, Linda's signature, but no board vote, number 30-day notice. Linda yanked out her phone. "I'm calling the police. You're interfering with HOA business." I smiled. Good idea. I was about to do the same. Still recording, I dialed 911. "I'd like to report an attempted theft of my vehicle and harassment." Someone tried to illegally tow my car from my property. Linda's jaw dropped. The driver backed away, clearly regretting his life choices. 10 minutes later, 2 cops pulled up. I handed them every citation. My response is the HOA bylaws, proof of my disability. This is harassment under state law, I said evenly. And towing a car with disabled plates without notice is a serious offense. The officer, a no-nonsense woman named Officer Grant, skimmed my documents, then turned to Linda. Ma'am, where's the board's authorization for this tow? Linda's cool cracked. She rambled about property values and community standards, dodging the question. Tom stepped up. I'm a board member. We never voted on this. Last month, we confirmed his car's fine. Neighbors gathered, watching the showdown. Officer Grant's partner inspected the tow papers while Linda's gestures grew wilder. The driver unhooked my Porsche, eager to escape. 20 minutes later, I couldn't believe my eyes. Officer Grant pulled out handcuffs. Linda Harper, you're under arrest for filing a false report, attempted theft by deception, and forging HOA documents. Linda's face went white. This is absurd. I'm the HOA president, she sputtered as they read her rights. A search of her purse turned up blank violation notices she'd used to terrorize others. The crowd watched, stunned, as Linda was led to the cruiser. Before they left, Officer Grant approached me. You'll need to give a formal statement at the station. With this evidence and witnesses, she's facing multiple misdemeanors, maybe a felony for forgery. I nodded, leaning on my cane. And sir, she added softly, thank you for your service. As the cruiser drove off, Linda's indignant face pressed against the window. Neighbors I'd never met came over, offering handshakes and support. 3 weeks later, I sat in a courtroom as Linda's case wrapped up. She tried tears, claiming she was just protecting the neighborhood. The judge wasn't buying it. 18 months probation, due law, $5,000 in fines, community service, and a restraining order barring her from my property. The HOA booted her, and her real estate license hung in limbo. As the gavel fell, Linda sobbed. This will ruin me. The judge's reply was ice cold. You should have thought of that before harassing a disabled veteran, Ms. Harper. My Porsche still sits in my driveway, gleaming under the sun. I come to Willow Creek for peace, and despite Linda's crusade, I found it not just in quiet evenings, but in the neighbors who stood by me. Linda's reign was over, her perfect mask shattered. But as I think back, I wonder, how far would she have gone if I hadn't fought back? What do you think, did Linda deserve her punishment? Or was she just a misguided control freak? Should HOAs have this much power over our homes? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like button if you're Team Porsche, and subscribe for more stories where entitlement meets justice.